Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Psycho, and I've got another Walking Dead video for you all today. And this one is actually going to be about an article I found online by Us Weekly, where it talks about Gale and Hurd giving her thoughts on Negan's entrance and stating that there are brutal twists to come. I'm going to start off by reading the article. The article states, Negan is coming. The Walking Dead Season 6 has centered on battle with Team Negan, played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and executive producer Gale Ann Hurd tells Us Weekly exclusively what fans can expect when the notorious and as yet unseen villain makes his long-awaited debut later this season on the hit AMC drama. In describing Morgan's portrayal of the popular character from the graphic novels, Hurd told us at the Spotify house at SXSW on Thursday, March 17th, that anyone who loves Negan from the comic books will literally be cheering. They won't be able to sit down at home or wherever they are. I think they'll stand up and cheer. He's a completely different kind of character than we've had in the past, and honestly, I cannot imagine someone more perfect than Jeffrey Dean Morgan to bring him to life. Negan is formidable, but he's incredibly charismatic, and he acknowledges who he is and what he expects of people. Hurd, who has produced such films as The Terminator, Aliens, and Armageddon, points out that Negan's entrance changes the whole dynamic for everyone in the show. She also promises that there will be plenty of him in Season 7 as well. Now, before I move on to the next paragraph, this article was written a little late, so when they say last week's episode, they mean the episode titled The Same Boat. They state, last week's episode featured Carol and Maggie breaking free after they were held captive by Negan's saviors, and the two women ultimately struggled with moral ramifications of burning a group of saviors alive. Indeed, Hurd refers to Carol's storyline as one of the most complex and interesting arcs of the show. Carol is forced to kill again, and that really makes her wonder, what is the future for me? Who am I? Can I consider myself a good person, the producer says? And so she's going to continue to battle with that. As to whether more deaths are on the horizon, Hurd points out that no character is safe, and says cryptically, it's a brutal world out there. Now, the rest of the article basically talks about Hurd's new TV show coming on Sci-Fi known as Hunters, and that's where it ends the conversation about The Walking Dead. However, I did want to make a video on this little article here simply because it is nice to see what everyone has to say, not only the actors, but the producers and their point of view on things. And once again, we saw that this producer known as Gale Ann Hurd emphasized the fact that no character is safe. And I think a lot of us continue to think that some characters are going to be safe, but if they are telling us this over and over, we should probably believe them. And Robert Kirkman even said this, and I don't think he would simply be bluffing about that, considering he has a lot of sway in what happens in the TV show and the comics. Another really important thing that Gale Ann Hurd emphasized on was the fact that comic book readers are going to really enjoy Negan, and that means that they are going to be trying their best to stay true to the comics. And we also know from past articles that they are absolutely trying their hardest to make sure that it is full-octane Negan. Like Scott M. Gimple says, they might not be able to do full-octane Negan all of the time, but they're going to try their best, and if it doesn't make it on live air, they're going to put it in the Blu-ray extras, so that's something to note. I will let you guys interpret what that can mean for certain characters, who you think is going to die, who you think is going to live, but whatever your thoughts and feelings are, make sure to leave it in the comments below. I'd love to reply to a few of you guys. That's always awesome to interact with my viewers because I want to show you that I appreciate you watching, and it means a whole lot to me. As we are nearing the finale, things are hyping up and it's getting extremely interesting, and there's a lot of tensions going between different characters and a lot of rivalry between the Saviors and the Alexandrians, so we all know that it can only go south from here. I just figured that it's pretty interesting just to get a little tidbit of what these people have to say about the show and the possibilities that it could open. I really do appreciate all of you all watching. It means so much to me, and I cannot express that enough. It really does. Also, please make sure to leave a like on this video to show some support because it helps me out an absolute ton, and it shows that you guys like these kinds of videos. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe because I post Walking Dead videos every single week, and even after the season has ended. As always, thanks again, guys. Peace out.